Hey, it's your boy Molly Mole. Welcome to Mole's Mind. I am your host, Molly Mole. For those who don't know, my name is Maal Smith. I'm residing from Queens here. Uh, it's my first podcast, first attempt at a podcast. But I feel like I can do this. I've been thinking about it for a while. I've been wanting to do it, and this is me like taking my step forward to, all right, let me actually do something that I actually planned on doing and set forth and followed through, you know. On this show, I'm gonna be talking about a lot of things from my perspective, obviously, because it's only me, it's Mole's mind, you know what I'm saying? Probably down the line, we get some guests or other voices, but for right now, a lot of these things, a lot of these topics is just gonna be my perspective on it, and that's pretty much it. I mean, that's pretty much what a podcast is, but a lot of people tend to be on some other shit. But yeah, I kind of wanted to just start right out the gate. I make music for those who don't know. Let me introduce myself a little bit. I make music. I'm an artist. My artist name is Sacred Khalif. Um, I'm also into poetry, photography, graphic design. I'm into a lot of other things. I'm an artist on all fronts. You know, and I just been wanting to use my voice in other ways other than music, because I feel like you can't convey everything lyrically. You can't convey everything through song that you feel or that you really want to say. So I feel like this is another outlet for me to express myself in the way that I want and get my point across in the way that I want. So hold on, let me take a sip. So I'm learning how to do this in real time. Like first time I really just pressed play on this shit and was like, you know what, let me do this. But I've been thinking about it for a while, so like I kind of already have some type of structure. But first and foremost, let's talk about some music, cause I'm a music lover. So let's talk about some music, new music that came out, new music that's on the way. Like, what's up with that? Well, if y'all don't know, well, you do now. My favorite rapper is Ab Soul from TDE. TDE to 3003. You feel me? Um, I've been waiting on this motherfucker to drop a project for damn near 6 years. It's going on 6 years, and he finally released a single about 2 months ago. Is July now, so in April. So about 2 3 months ago, he finally dropped a song, hinting that more music is on the way. Hopefully it's just not a random song that or like a throwaway. I don't think so, cause he said like he's 90% done. So I feel like he's on the way. More than likely, he's gonna come at the end of the year type shit. So I'm looking forward to that. But the song that he dropped, Holland Days, um, definitely a good song to me. Definitely a vibe. Different from what other people are used to from him. I guess a lot of people are used to a lot of the lyrical or, you know, just hard type of bars. But I don't know. I felt like he was aiming for more of a vibe with this one. So that's what I took from it, and that's what I appreciated because it's like I know what he's capable of. So whatever he's about to uh, give us in this time, like I'm gonna just appreciate it anyway. I guess that's just how much of a fan I am. But yeah. Who else dropped? Logic dropped. That's another one of my favorite artists. He dropped Vinyl Days. Um, I will say it's not his best effort, but I'm not expecting that from Logic at this point. To just be honest, I just see him as somebody that's working their way through life through music, which is what I do. So I can't knock him for I can critique, but as far as shit on or whatever, I can't do that because it's like I'm like I feel like I'm right in his shoes too. Like I really feel connected, or not just connected, but I resonate with a lot of his sentiments. So that's what it is. But musically, music wise, the project was cool. Pardon me. The project was cool. Um, nothing uh nothing too crazy. There was some joints on there that really hit home for me, but you know, in totality, I feel like it was just another album for him to, like he said, to get out of his deal. I feel like that's really what the point was. Like he was just trying to get shit out so he can just do whatever the fuck he want. But it's good tracks on there. Not a lot of like crazy replay value on all of the tracks, but I went back to the album a few times already, but not to listen to it all the way through because it is like 30 tracks. But you know, still some joints on there that I fuck with personally, like the last song with the game, Clouds, shit. There's a joint on there with fucking Royce the 5'9". That's probably like one of my favorite ones, mainly because of Royce, though, because that nigga bodied it. Pardon the quenching of the thirst. What's next? What should I look at? Oh, West Side Boogie. West Side Boogie dropped the album 2 weeks ago now. More Black Superheroes. I've been waiting on this motherfucker for a minute. I ain't gonna lie. Like this guy, he's a quality artist. So I really fuck with Boogie. Everything's for Sale. That was the first project that I was introduced to him by. Like that first song, Tide Reflections. Man, listen. That was. There's not that many songs that actually make me cry. On some shit or get me to that point. Tide/Reflections was a song that just I felt every word. It made me cry that day. It was insane. I think I had to go to work that day too, so that kind of just set the mood for the day, for the shift. This was about 3 years ago, or right around the time it came out. But More Black Superheroes, definitely a dope project. It's reminiscent of Everything's for Sale. There's a lot of singing, but you could tell, Boogie's more of a R&B nigga on the low. He's been saying that too, which you gotta respect because, it's a difference. It's not just everybody trying to be rapidy rap, and I resonate with that all the time because as much as I be wanting to just bar up like he says, or just go at it with straight bars, you wanna diversify your portfolio. You don't want to just stay in one lane and just get put in a box and then they think that that's all you can do. It's like, nah, I can do that. I can do what you're doing. I can do this and I can do that. Like, just not putting yourself in the box. I resonate with that completely. He was in his bag. There was a couple of joints on here where like for me personally in the time that I'm in, time period or space that I'm in, I should say, it definitely resonated. Like Nonchalant, Can't Get Over You, fucking, those are the main like standout tracks. I mean, everything else kind of was already out, like Killer Mode, Stuck, or Alright. Those are like the main like three singles that he pushed. But Nonchalant, I was waiting for that for like a few months now. He had a live performance on YouTube. I feel like Loki the live performance was a little better than the actual song, but I can understand. He was probably still tweaking shit, but I don't know. The feeling that I got from the live performance on YouTube, it just it spoke to me more. But more black super, pardon me, more black superheroes. Definitely a dope project. Good raps, good singing, good topics, healing. The shit that we need. You know what I mean? The shit that we need on that album. That I feel like I hope it doesn't go unnoticed, because we need more positive black music. Period. Like we just do. Like the shit that we're so used to digesting nowadays, and we wonder why we're still in the still in the state that we're in, it's because what we're feeding ourselves, like. But people don't want to hear that. They'd rather get lit. I mean, there's nothing wrong with getting lit, but it's just, I feel like people, or we all need to come to a balance. You know, I just feel like that's what it is. Like, we need to find a balance in between having fun and being serious and getting to the bottom of things. But more black superheroes, dope project, Boogie. Been waiting on that one. What's another one? Oh yeah, Griselda. Mind you, this list I made uh a few months ago, but definitely still relevant because these are like my favorite albums of the year or whatever, or the albums that I've been looking into. But yeah, Conway, The Machine, and Benny the Butcher. Uh, Conway the Machine God, Don't Make Mistakes. That was definitely a good project. Uh, what's my son's name? Oh, Benny the Butcher. I almost freaking forgot his name. Benny the Butcher, Tainted Talk 4. That shit was dope. Johnny P's Caddy. If I had to be honest, I like, not to pin them against each other, but on some hip hop, you know, debate shit. If I had to choose, I would choose God Don't Make Mistakes. I feel like it was more of an album, like, or a complete thought. I feel like with Benny, he's more so. He's the star, but like, he's the star with the bars. You know, I feel like that's where we can put him as like everybody know that nigga could rap. Like niggas know that Conway could rap too, but it's there's a difference. Like I don't know. Like you just gotta see it to understand. Like the way Conway rap and the way Benny rap, like they rap similar, but it's not the same. Like that feeling that you get from Conway rapping is not the same that you get from Benny. But that doesn't make it negative either. It's just a difference, like the topics that Conway was talking about on God Don't Make Mistakes, that man, fucking what was it? Wild Chapters, Stressed, uh the John Woo Flick joint. I did a freestyle to that. Um the title track, the last track, God Don't Make Mistakes, like that album was an album. Like sonically, lyrically, message wise, all of that. Like that album was an album. Tina Talk 4, it felt like more of a mixtape, I'm not gonna lie. Like it like to me, like the highest point was the beginning of the album. Don't get me wrong though, there was some other joints on that album, but like sonically, it just felt like Johnny P's Caddy was the highest point of that album, sonically, beat wise, to me. But there's definitely some joints on there that I fuck with, like this next joint, Back, the Back Two Times joint. I think it's another one with Conway on there. It's the Tyson versus Ali. Um, there's a couple other joints that I'd be listening to. Like I'll be letting the album play through, and then I'll just be like, oh, what's this? Whatever, this, that, and third. But yeah, those are those albums. Joey Badass is coming. He was supposed to drop 2 weeks ago just with fucking Westside Boogie, but you know, alleged sample clearances came about, so that's not the first time that happened with Joey either. Go figure. Um, but I'm looking forward to this album. It's been like 5 years since he put out an album, but from the sound of it, Where I Belong, it sounded like it's gonna be a dope project. 2000s sounding like it's gonna be a promising sequel to 1999. That's what I'll say. For sure. I'm looking forward to it though. Oh, and Lupe just dropped. Lupe Fiasco. Yeah, my boy just dropped. What is it? Like now it's 2 weeks ago. Damn, time is flying. The 24th of June, he just dropped Drill Music in Zion. Definitely a dope project. This is the project that he aimed to finish in a day, but he ended up finishing it in 3 days. Um, my critique on it, I guess it's not that I wasn't expecting anything different. What I can say is that Lupe is definitely in a different bag now. Like his lyrical skills, bro, is just so advanced. He could just do different shit, and it would make sense. But you're not gonna get it off rip. If you're looking for some shit to vibe to or to get lit, this is not really the project. Like Autoboto, Autoboto, whatever how you say it, it's probably like the highest uh vibe of the album. Everything else is pretty chill, low vibe, but good beats though, good production. For a fact. Of course, the lyricism is just something different. You're not gonna get it all in one sitting. You probably need to read the shit while you listening to it just to even try to grasp what the fuck this motherfucker talking about. So that's just that. Um, yeah, Lupe, drill music in Zion. You feel me? What's next? What should I fuck off about now? Let me stop. Got music down. That's all the music that I kind of wanted to talk about. What's going on right now today? Today is July 4th, 4th of July, Independence Day. Fuck that shit. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, honestly. I haven't celebrated that shit for real, ever. Never really gave a fuck. I mean, it's just a day for black people to make burgers. What else is happening currently today? What other controversial topics is going on? Oh, I've been hearing about the fucking, what's the new trending topic? The whole McDonald's shit with the baby mother and the baby father, all that other shit. I know y'all know about it by now. But evidently, the baby father only brought the kid's meal for his offspring and not the other three that weren't his offspring. This is how you know people, like, we really focusing on the wrong things. Like, granted, this kind of thing matters, but at the same time, we really focused on the wrong thing. Because that shit made the radio. Like, I didn't even see the video, and that shit made the radio. How? How, bro? How it made the radio so quickly? Like, it was not that serious. I mean, well, the radio be looking into the fucking internet shit to talk about anyway. But still, like, how I hear that shit on the radio before I even see it on Facebook? That's how you know it's real. Like, that's how you know these motherfuckers blowing it way out of proportion. Like, I don't know. And everything is supposed to. That leads me to another thing. Everything nowadays just comes down to motherfuckers trying to be right. Everybody's trying to be right. Everybody's trying to prove a point. Everybody's trying to sound smart. Like, it's exhausting. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, it's really exhausting how people just try to put their truths onto other people as if it matters. Like, granted, we're lost people. At this point, you can't even deny that. We're finding ourselves, but it's like we lose ourselves in the same process. But we're going at each other for the stupidest shit. Like, niggas debating. Niggas really having serious ass debates on Facebook and comment. I think that's another thing. I need to get the fuck out of the house and on my part and get it out of the comments. But everybody else needs to as well. We need to smell the roses. Niggas need to go out to nature, touch a tree or some shit. But everybody's trying to justify what's going on in that situation or figure out what's the best thing to do. I mean, that's their business. But if you really need to, I mean, that shit. If you looking at it like that, bro, like, the nigga did what he was supposed to do. Point blank, period. If he had the bread to get the other kids food, then okay. But he's not obligated to. Unless he's really thinking about staying with you, he's not obligated to do any of that shit. That's just that. If that's not your wife, or if he doesn't have plans on that being your wife, then he's more than likely not going to treat you in that manner or give the other kids the benefit of the doubt. Like, come on, bro. You got like 3 other baby fathers. Why are you doing that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you kind of, like, people just making themselves. I seen a video about it too, but I don't know. I got to get off of Facebook. I got to go for social media anyway. But at the same time, I got to stay on this shit. I got to stay on this shit. Only for my own gain, though. But once I'm outside, I'm going to be outside. But I seen the person, she was trying to defend herself or whatever, or she was, responding to the backlash. I didn't even watch the whole video. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I didn't watch the whole video. Because, like I said, ignorance. But, you know, it just seems like all of this shit is just to get fame or just to just stir up bullshit. Like, or, you know, go viral and shit like that. You know what I mean? It's not really, like, genuine care or whatever. Like, alright, yeah, she probably is upset about it. But, I mean, yo, man. If I didn't, yo, and this is the thing. I be on Facebook all the time. How did I not see the video? I had seen somewhere that they was jacking that it was fake. I low-key feel like the shit was fake because, like, yo, usually you would see a video that's going viral and that's being a controversial topic eventually. Like, I heard about that shit a whole last week. I have yet to see the video where they're talking about it. Does that mean it's fake? Not necessarily, but at the same time, if that shit is on the radio, how did I not see it yet? You know what I'm saying? Everybody's seen this shit but me. Anyway, we gotta get it together. We gotta get it together, guys. Like, this shit is getting crazy now. Like, you speaking of social media and shit, and just even on that, you know, we as a people, men and women, black men and women, we're just constantly at war with each other, bro. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy how constant the war is between each other. Like, it's annoying. It's like everybody's trying to be right. Everybody don't want to be wrong. And everybody's trying to point the finger. Nobody's trying to look in the mirror and hold themselves accountable for the shit that they do or they didn't do. Because a lot of the times it be shit that people don't do that makes people feel away the most. So, but everybody's trying to prove a point. Everybody's trying to be right. But I guess this is mainly in the social media space. But then the social media space reflects onto real life. Like, a lot of, like, when you go outside, everybody's on their phones. So it's like, there's only but so much disconnect that there's gonna be nowadays because we're all plugged in from our pocket. You know, but I feel like we get so caught up in that shit that we lose sight of everything. You know what I mean? And I really feel like lately it's not even us versus them. It's just been us versus us. We keep on getting distracted by the bullshit. Like, oh, you know, like, you know how many distractions came up this year alone that I'm calling out? Like the Will Smith and Jada shit. However you want to look at it, or who should have did what to anybody, that shit was a distraction. You can't tell me otherwise. Because why? 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 What? Is Will Smith really like that? Like, I don't know. I had a feeling that was gonna happen. Is Will Smith really like that? No. Could he be? Possibly. But he's not like that. When have we ever seen Will Smith in that element ever? Never. And then all of that other shit happened to him. But we know that, like, that shit don't matter, bro. That's Will Smith. That ain't gonna be alright in a few years. Or that nigga's alright right now. That nigga's okay right now. I mean, probably not mentally if the shit is a real thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, I gotta remember, this is fucking Hollywood. Niggas is actors. Like, niggas is actors, bro. Will Smith isn't no, he's not the greatest actor. Let's call a spade a spade. He's been in a lot of good movies. That does not mean he's the greatest actor. I'm just saying that. I mean, but, you know, even with that shit, bro, it was a divide. But it was also a distraction because we all focusing on this shit. Yo, I went to sleep, bro. One night, bro. It was in March. It had to be in March. I think that's when it happened. One night, bro. I went to sleep. Next morning, I wake up. All I see is nothing but Will Smith and Chris Rock shit. Not like, of course, because it happened on national television. But the fact that it happened on national television, though, bro, that just says something to me as well. Like, yo, this is what we doing now as a people. You know what I'm saying? Like, on national television, you can't tell me you just did that just because. Like, there had to been a whole bunch of motives behind it, and I'm not just talking Chris. You know what I'm saying? Because if anything, this is how I've been seeing it. If it was like that, if niggas care so much about the community and black people, all that, this, that, and the third, how we're viewed, this, that, and the third, if you really had a problem, this is how I'm viewing it. I don't give a fuck. If you really had a problem, should have said something backstage. Point blank, period. Point blank, period. I don't give a fuck how you want to say it, how you want to sugarcoat it. If we on national television, bro. If you want to create a scene like what you just did, make us look bad, so be it. But it's not even so much about us looking bad. It's about us being distracted from what's really going the fuck on. I don't know what they're trying to distract us from. Not to sound like the paranoid conspiracy theorist, but like, nigga, if you know, you know. Like, you know that there's a lot of bullshit that they're not telling us out there that goes on in Hollywood, but it's connected to mad other shit that they don't want us. Like, come on, bro. Yeah, I already know this. But should have said something backstage, bro. Could have waited. You know what I'm saying? Niggas had to get on the fucking walk on the stage and smack Chris Rock like that, and then on top of that, that shit look fake and like, yo. Anyway, point is, we're being distracted, and it's like a division. We're being distracted, and it's like a division tactic. I'm sorry, a little sacred came out, but you know, it's like they want us to not, like, they want us to be going at each other so they can do whatever the fuck they want. You know what I mean? Like, we're so focused on, oh, I'm right, you're wrong, you're right, I'm wrong, this, that, and the third, like, just trying to figure out who's the, who's correct out of the bunch. But it's like, what does it matter if we're still in the same space, still in the same place? Like, we all right. Oh, you're right, but what are you gonna do about it now? Oh, I'm right. What am I gonna do about it now? You know what I'm saying? What is the point if we're not really making efforts to move forward? Like, what are we doing here? We just pointing fingers at this point. We just oh, fuck him because did that, oh, because niggas did that, oh, because bitches do that, da da da. It's like, yo, bro, where is the accountability at? I don't get it. Like, so nobody's wrong, but everybody's right. Everybody's right, but nobody's wrong. Fuck going on? You know, I wanted to just serve this as a introduction episode. I don't even know how long I've been going. I gotta see. But yeah, like, I got a lot of stuff that I want to talk about. You know, just in depth and a little bit more structured. I kind of built some type of structure just now, or a little foundation just now. But I want to continue doing this. You know, because for one, I feel like my voice needs to be heard, or I feel like I should be heard. It's a little self-centered in a way, I guess, but you know, I just know that my words hold weight, or I look at things differently. That's why it holds weight, because I look at things differently, and because I'm willing to say different things. That's why it holds weight. It's not so much like, oh, I'm reinventing the wheel with my words. It's like, nah, I'm just saying what a lot of people probably already thinking. Or if they're not thinking that, I'm making them start to think that. You know, and because the reason why I even say it like this is because in real life, when I'm talking to certain people and I'm giving and like having conversations, you know, I people tell me, and I can tell people tell me that, well, I can just sense that they start to understand different things more, or start to look at different things more, just because I simply made them look at it like that, or I brought it to their attention in that manner. So, that's part of the reason why I wanted to do Mole's Mind. You know, Also therapy reasons. I feel like I have a lot of thoughts that I just have up here, and you know, I need other ways to get them out through music. And I feel like a lot of the game that I be spitting to my friends and shit like that, it could be it could be documented, and not just for monetary gain, but just it could be documented and it could be spread, so people can think differently as well and start opening their fucking minds and shit, and really just think outside the box and don't be so confined to what you're normally in front of. You know what I mean? Like, see, I'm in front of the same things every day. Like, I go to work, come back home, chill in the hood, to stand the third. It's not what I want. I want different things. But even me being in those same areas, same environments, I'm always thinking about different things. I'm spiritually in a whole nother realm. Physically, I'm here. That's how I'm looking at it. Like, it's just fucking crazy. But I feel like we all have a voice, and I'm just trying to utilize my voice. That's all. In many ways than one. So yeah, I'm gonna close this out. Next time on Mole's Mind, we're really gonna go deep into that us versus us topic, because I really feel like it's getting more critical. And when I say us versus us, I mean men versus women, and in particular black men versus black women. I really feel like we're we're being put against each other, or we're putting ourselves against each other, whether we know it or not, subconsciously. I really want to expound on that. So, you know, that'll probably be a upcoming topic. So, yes, Mole's Mind. What do we cover? We got new music, uh, current event topics, cultural topics. I'm gonna try to keep a consistent structure with it, and it's not gonna only be like the same topics at the end, like, oh, music, current events, and then, oh, the real shit. Like, nah, we could talk about other things too, like uh social issues that's not just pertaining to race or mental health issues. We could talk about all of that stuff. That's what I plan on doing. That's the whole reason why I even wanted to do this shit, because, like, yo, if they can do it, I can do it, and people need to hear this. So yeah, that's episode 1 of Mole's Mind. Thank you for tuning in. If you did, uh, I don't got a sign off yet, but I'm gonna keep going, and then one day I'll figure it out. So yeah, thank you for tuning in. See you in the next episode.